Hey guys, in this video we're going to talk about why people are blaming Zendaya for Lil Roach's retirement, the fact that Lil Nas X has mocked the trans community, and Lindsay Lohan's pregnancy news. First up, if you're one of those people who thinks Zendaya can do no wrong, you would be right. But now some people are blaming her for Lil Roach's retirement, and it's all because of one specific video that's been going around on Twitter. The celebrity stylist is best known for working with Zendaya, but he's also dressed Megan Thee Stallion, Hunter Schafer, Kerry Washington, Celine Dion, and Ariana Grande. So understandably, fans are shocked when he made an Instagram post announcing that he is retiring from the fashion world. He wrote, "My cup is empty. Thank you to everyone who supported me and my career over the years. Every person that trusted me with their image. I'm so grateful for you all. If this business was just about the clothes, I would do it for the rest of my life. But unfortunately, it's not. The politics, the lies, the false narratives have finally got me. You win, I'm out." Now there's obviously something going on behind the scenes that we don't know about. Roach said that there were lies and false narratives that he had to deal with, which kind of makes you realize how cutthroat the fashion world can really be. I'm pretty sure they covered this in The Devil Wears Prada. If we had to analyze that Instagram post, we would probably say that Roach is calling out certain people in the industry. But that's not what everyone got from it. Many fans on Twitter pointed to a video from the recent Louis Vuitton fashion show, which made it look like he wasn't being treated very well by Zendaya. In the video, she's seen wearing a beautiful tiger printed outfit walking down the aisle. She then spots her friend Emma Stone and sits down next to her in the front row. She gets the last seat, and when Roach catches up to her, it's clear that he doesn't actually have anywhere to sit. Zendaya doesn't really seem to think this is a big deal, and she points to an empty chair behind her, but he makes it pretty obvious that he's not okay with that. After all, they probably came to the show together, and he just lost out on a place next to his star client. The video itself is only 13 seconds. People have already decided that it's indicative of the way Zendaya treats her stylist. There were comments talking about how embarrassed and humiliated he must have been, and someone even wrote, "This was his last straw." Another user tweeted, "I'm sorry, but that was so rude on her part. She really said, I guess you can sit behind me, after all he did for her. She wouldn't be a fashion icon without him. Don't even come for me just because he's your favorite and she can't do anything wrong in your eyes." Someone else said, "People forget he styles everything for Zendaya, aka she would be nothing as a fashion symbol without him." But of course there were also those who came to her defense, because it's not like she had any real control over how many seats were available in the front row. One person wrote, "Fashion Week events are highly planned out. The planner didn't give him a seat on the front row because he's not an A-lister. And Zendaya is assigned a seat. That's it. It's not up to her where he sits. That's up to the people running the show. She did nothing wrong." Not only that, but you can tell that both of them walked in late because everyone else was already seated. So even if the seats were not assigned, it's unlikely they would have both been able to sit in the front row. I think the real question here is, what should Zendaya have actually done? Although celebrities don't always have to go to events with their stylist, this was not just another movie premiere, it was a fashion show, and someone that's been dressing her for her entire career deserves to be seated in the front row next to her. To be fair, she was probably just happy to be sitting next to Emma Stone and wasn't really thinking too much about anything else, so it's not like she planned to exclude him. Realistically, Lil Roach is probably not retiring just because of this one incident, even if we don't know the exact reason why. There's no doubt that he will definitely be missed. Back in 2016, fans remember when he was announced as one of the judges on America's Next Top Model. The year after that, he partnered with Celine Dion to style her for Couture Week in Paris, and then he became the first African-American stylist to cover the Hollywood Reporter's Stylist and Stars issue. He was eventually honored with the Gem Award for Jewelry Style and the Stylist Award for American Fashion at the CFDA Awards. So even though 44 is super young to retire, no one can say that he hasn't left his mark on the fashion industry. Moving on, someone you wouldn't expect has been called out for mocking the trans community. It's everyone's favorite queer cowboy Lil Nas X. The Old Town Road singer angered pretty much his entire fan base when he posted a photo of a woman who happens to look a lot like him. In the caption he wrote, "The surgery was a success," implying that that's what he would look like as a trans woman. Now of course he was joking, but you can see why that post turned a lot of people against him. It was met with waves of criticism from members of the LGBTQ+ community, because it seemed like he was trying to make a joke about gender confirmation surgery, and really he couldn't have picked a worse time, considering that more than 400 anti-trans bills are currently being proposed across the US. So to say that tensions are at an all-time high would be an understatement. In response, one person wrote, "You're a gay cis male, why are you making transitioning a punchline of a joke?" At first, Lil Nas really tried to defend himself because he obviously didn't see the problem. He wrote, "I'm literally just saying she looks like me, y'all cannot be effing serious." But after a bit more reflection, he decided to address the criticism and issue a formal apology. He wrote, "Apologies to the trans community. I handled that situation with anger instead of considering why it was not cool. Much love to you guys, sorry." But somehow that just made everything worse. Lil Nas was then called out for being fake by a fan who identifies as trans. They said, "Baby, this apology ain't it. You need to apologize to the trans community in material ways that include money, sharing your platform to raise awareness, and just keep it. This is fake as hell." In response, Lil Nas tweeted something along the lines of "eat my you-know-what." So he obviously was frustrated that his apology was rejected by the community. But not everyone was against him. Someone wrote, "People can't take jokes anymore. Comedy can't exist because people take things way too seriously." Another person tweeted, "Maybe this joke was in poor taste, but it really wasn't that bad, and anyone who is attacking him over this is wasting their time when there's actual issues and people to be directing anger towards." But even if he was just making an innocent joke, being caught in controversy might not be such a bad thing for him. If anything, Lil Nas has always welcomed it when it comes to his music. In 2021, he completely broke the internet when he dropped the video for his song Montero. To some people, it was worse than an X-rated movie. It really makes you wonder whose idea the whole thing was. The infamous video shows him pole dancing down to hell and giving the devil himself a lap dance. It included all the classic hallmarks of controversy, from religious imagery to sex and nudity. Shortly after it dropped, the rapper came under fire from conservative commentators who claim that the video glorifies devil worship. South Dakota Governor Kristi Noem tweeted, "We are in a fight for the soul of our nation." And in response, Lil Nas said, "Y'all love saying we're going to hell, but get upset when I actually go there." In fact, the backlash got so bad that a group of street ministry protesters even showed up outside one of his concerts to shut down the show. In response, he decided to buy them boxes of pizza, which they allegedly declined. But if you thought that music video was bad, it turned out that he was only getting warmed up. Lil Nas really got people angry when he posted a set of maternity-themed photos on social media that showed him cradling a realistic-looking baby bump. The photo shoot was completely shocking, and it had everyone clutching their pearls. In the caption, he wrote, "Surprise! I can't believe I'm finally announcing this. My little bundle of joy Montero is due September 17th, 2021. But if you thought that posting something like that was going to get him bullied off the internet, you would be wrong. He proved to be the ultimate king of trolling, even if his antics came off as downright offensive. In response to a person who made fun of his appearance, he tweeted, "You really on here calling a young mother to be ugly." And when waves of online hate came after that, he tweeted, "Let me get offline. All of this negative energy is not good for the baby." So one way or another, Lil Nas is really going to be doing what he does best, and what's worked for him very well so far, offending literally every human being on the planet. Okay, now here is some more unexpected news. Did you know that Lindsay Lohan is actually pregnant? That's right, Lindsay is going to be a mom. She's expecting her first baby with her husband Beta Shamas, and she took to Instagram to make the announcement. She posted a photo of a white onesie that has the words "coming soon" written all over it. In the caption, she said, "We are blessed and excited." If you're wondering about her husband, unlike Lindsay, he's actually lived his whole life out of the public eye. While the couple has kept a relatively low profile, there are a few things that we do know about them. They met when she moved to Dubai nearly 7 years ago for a fresh start. This was around 2018, which is also around the time that they started dating. Beta works in finance, and he is said to be from Kuwait City, which is the capital of the Persian Gulf country. As for Lindsay, she claims that she hasn't been back to LA in a decade and doesn't plan on heading back anytime soon. The couple first announced their engagement in November of 2021. She posted a photo of the two of them on Instagram and referred to him as her husband. In the caption, she said, "I am the luckiest woman in the world, not because I need a man, but because he found me and knew that I wanted to find happiness and grace all at the same time. I am stunned that this is my husband, my life, and my everything. Every woman should feel like this every day." A few months later, she shared a photo of them celebrating his birthday and wrote, "My love, you're not only a great man, an incredible person, you're my best friend." Back in February of 2020, they first sparked romance rumors when Lindsay shared a group photo from a music festival in Dubai, and she just casually mentioned that she had a boyfriend in the caption. So clearly they are very happy together. And interestingly enough, it was actually Paris Hilton who sent her some good wishes. In an interview with Access Hollywood, she said, "I'm so excited for her. It's just exciting to see all my friends growing up and starting families on their own. My advice is just to soak up every moment. moment because it's so precious. So even though Paris and Lindsay actually feuded in the past, it's nice to see that they've both moved on now that they've both become mothers. She went on to say, I also just saw that Lindsay got engaged. And I know we've had our differences in the past, but I just want to say congratulations to her and that I am genuinely very happy for her. Even Lindsay's dad, Michael Lohan, spoke about the baby news and said that he was thrilled. He talked to Daily Mail and said, she's waited for a while, but everything is coming at the right time. She'll make an incredible mom. It's so amazing to welcome another grandchild into the world. It's a totally new chapter in her life. As for Lindsay making her comeback into acting, her dad pretty much confirmed it. He said, who knows, maybe they'll come up with a role as a pregnant woman with a baby. She's doing another movie in April and has Mean Girls and the Freaky Friday sequels. This is something fans definitely wanted to hear, because just last month Jamie Lee Curtis also hinted that there could be a new Freaky Friday movie coming out. Michael also mentioned a possible Mean Girls reunion in the works, and said that all 4 original cast members should be returning for a cameo in the musical once an appealing offer is on the table. But so far this hasn't happened yet, because he said that the studio has been lowballing the actors. So we'll just have to wait and see if they can actually work it out. Well, what do you guys think of this latest news? Please let me know in the comments below, and I'll catch you in the next video.